Tonight's episode, The Ripoff.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
It's 11:59 at Radio Free America, and this is Uncle...
And good evening. Welcome to our Daily Gun Show. Come to you live every weeknight at midnight Eastern, and we talk about guns for about an hour, and hopefully longer. Our goal is to go all night talking about guns, long format, talking about with a focus on Second Amendment, talking about guns all night. So we have a scroll going at the bottom of the screen, and that's thanking our Patreons, people that make it possible for us to do what we do here. So thanks to those folks. And if you'd like to be part of that, those are people that subscribe to what we do. Most of them throw a cup of coffee at us, maybe buy us lunch once a month, and that accumulates and it allows us to do what we're doing. So tonight is our patch panel battle. On Wednesdays, we have some fun and we look at pop culture, the guns in our society and in our media. And we also play the tactical quiz. So tonight we're having our patch panel battle. And I just threw out there the question, are we missing your patch panel? So if you're playing tonight, if you've got a patch panel for the battle, now is the time to let us know. Let's see what's happening over here. So we have a couple of polls happening as we speak. Actually one, I guess, happening as we speak. And we'll kind of get warmed up here. So let me bring out our co-host, Sharon. If you'll come out here, Sharon. There we go. Screen Sharon is now joining us, and I'll jump behind her. Let me know if I'm still talking. I think I am. All right, now that I've got Screen Sharon out here, we're going to bring out our contestants. I believe this is everybody. So we're having a patch panel battle. If you haven't been paying attention, we have 5 different categories tonight. 5 categories that can be participated in. First is photo of a patch panel. Second is number of cool patches. Third is the patch layout. Fourth is presentation. 5 is tiny patch collection. So we got 5 different ways to participate. We'll see if anybody has suggested which one they're competing in, and we'll see the contestants. So again, if you're participating, thanks for the feedback. G23 is saying, thanks, appreciate that. So if you're participating, now is the time to make sure we're got you included. So first up is Smeggy. I don't know if these are in any particular order necessarily, other than the order I have them up on my screen. You're allowed to drink whatever you want tonight, FYI. So the first one is from Smeggy. This is one of our patch panels, and this has a bunch of patches on it. Next one is from Smeggy also. Wait a minute. No, I'm going the wrong way. Wrong. Don't look at this one. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about. It's something from Yankee. All right, so next one is from Smeggy, and this is his puppy eyeballing two of my puppies in patch form. So this is, he says, dog patches with my dog for Daily Gun Show patch battle. I hope everyone likes my presentation. You can also enter by tagging, so I'm guessing Smeggy is the first official participant for the presentation one. I guess I should have read his first one. His first one says, finally set up my patch panel. Thanks again for the stuff over the years. Right on. So this is his patch panel entry. Here's his presentation entry. Next, is this enough 2A for Every Second Matters, gun channels, blah, blah, blah. So then he has another one. This one is also from Smeggy. A bunch of Every Second Matters in every color. There's a duplicate on here. What's the duplicate? Otherwise, every color plus 2 customs. So these are custom sewn ones by our robot here in Tucson. Next up is from Guns and Barbecue. And taking a quick look, he's not here tonight. Smeggy is out here. Should have said. We are doing this live, by the way. So everybody, welcome. Jacob Sanos, hope you're able to find my patch collection. Okay, I don't think I have. I don't think I see it here. So let me know where it is. If it's let me know how you sent it to me or whatever. Next one here is barbecues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 panels worth of patch panel. This one, I think he may have actually posted before, but I'm guessing he's using this as his entry, but no description. So I'm guessing this one by default goes into the patch panel, but he's not, if he wants to add something to that, he's welcome. Next, we get Roy, who I believe is out here tonight, joining us live. Scrolling. Yep, boom. We got Roy out here. Thanks for participating. This is one of our Arizona panels. Thank you for supporting our projects with the Arizona panel. And then a bunch of patches on it. Very creative. He says, I think that's all of them. Patch Panel Battle 2022. So next up is Matt with an entry for the Patch Panel Battle collection, mostly from matches and YouTube personalities. And he's got a purchased panel. Can't tell the brand, but you can tell it's purchased, I'm guessing, because of it's nice. And it's got trimmed edges and grommets and whatnot. And then the material is sort of, it's not Velcro as much as it's almost like fleece. So it's an interesting material that's actually pretty decent for patch panels. It's grippy, but it does not abuse the patches. So he's got a selection here that are interesting. He just says entry for Patch Panel Battle Collection. So I put it in as patch panel. Oh, I went going the wrong way. So next is Patriot. Now, you know what I'm saying? Come on. This is Patriot's one. He says, my updated patch panel for the Ultimate Patch Panel Battle event. Just a random collection of swag. Second Amendment, pro-liberty, pro-freedom, and a bunch of hashtags. Because holy moly. So we'll be going back and taking a look at these. This is just a quick introduction to make sure if you had participated that you are in the running. And then I think that's it. That's the patch panel battle. So if you're not included here, shout out and let me know where to find your patch panel so that we get you in the running. So let me get this queued up better. So there's the one side of it, and here's the other side of it. You got your photo of a patch panel. You got your number of cool patches, which no one has claimed yet. Patch layout. I don't know if anybody's claimed that yet. Presentation. Smeggy's the only one to have claimed this. And then tiny patch collection. There you go. So thanks everybody again for playing tonight. Here's what we said over here. Patch Panel Battle. Tag your pics with this hashtag, Patch Panel Battle 2022. Implying there'll be a next one, right? There'll be a 2023. Post links to your patch panel and tag us to be entered in the battle. Panels of, well, I was hoping to have a panel of judges, but I tried to get people on who are experts and they wouldn't join. We'll help decide the winners Wednesday, today, blah, blah, blah. Complete in the following categories. Here we go. Enter as many categories as you'd like. Here's the other parts of the rules. Be creative. Have fun, and enjoy patches. So or don't. If you aren't participating, I'm not saying you don't enjoy patches, that you hate fun, and that you're resist being creative, but I'm just saying that's the rules of tonight. So if we're missing it in here, then the part I'm wiggling, then get in here, right? So we're going to go take a look at the people that are joining us live. I do most of the stuff we do live because I appreciate the interactive nature of the internet. We try to have some fun like this with the internet. So let's see. We're going to go say hey to DJ, first one to join us. Good evening. DJ often posts links. You'll see him posting links as a moderator in lots of people's live chats. So if you're doing some kind of a live thing, or if you know people that do live things, you can be comfortable making DJ one of your moderators in the channel. He'll help get rid of the garbage that shows up, and then also help enhance the experience for everybody by dropping links to the different things you might be talking about or people you might have on. Then we got Jacob, and he said he was able to find my patch collection. So you see, I do not have it yet. So we definitely need to get Jacob's included. G23, I don't know what he's doing with his patches. We're not finalized yet. I just showed everybody the thing. We'll be here for a little while, so don't take yourself out of the running. We're about to take a look at something else here, give some people some inspiration after we say hello to everybody. So G23 is the next one jumping in. Smeggy said, hey. Let's see. CNT is out there. Trying to read and scroll through here. Roy is out there. I think I'm hitting everybody new who's jumping in, and I'm probably missing some stuff. Oh, Honda's out there. Good evening. I wonder if Honda has patches. He's probably too scared to have patches. It's on your YouTube. It's the only thing I have posted. Okay, so here's what I can do. Here's how you figure that out. First, you got to go to this channel, or this video. This video is how it's pronounced. Open this up. Click this open. Click this open. Go over here. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Come on, come on, come on. See how slow my internet is? If more people were Patreons, I could have faster internets. The fancy kind of internet that goes to space or whatever, that would be nice. So I can come over to here, click on this. Come on, click on this. Go, come on. Click on this. Go to channel. That's how easy it is. When you're the boss of the channel, you can click on the little dots and go to the people's channels. Also, when you're a moderator, you can do that. So he only posted one thing, and it's his patch panel thing. So here we go. Is this what we're talking about? This shorts right here? Here's what I'm going to do. Print screen. Are you saying anything on there? Is there anything to listen to? So there, I print screened it. And now I'm going to open up a little thing we all have on Windows. People on Macintosh probably can't do this. They don't have the power. But on Windows, we got this fancy free deal over here. And when I paste and then zoom out, that's all my monitors. I'm going to go way over here to the one you're looking at and grab that chunk, right? Crop it, save as, and, oh, I don't want you to see what's in my folder. But we'll lock that one in as number 11. So now Jacobs is included. Welcome. And thank you. So yeah, we definitely got that. Do you want people to click on your YouTube thing? Because it would be this easy. I would just have to open up your channel again and then give the link. But you know, I'm not trying to force nobody nothing. All right, so next up is Smeggy saying he's seen it. And then G23 posted a link. Appreciate that. And thank you, thank you. Let's see. My ETM could be for the most cool patches. Also, did you show my mini collection? I may have missed it. I got the one in front of the dogs. This is mine. So this is this one. No, this was this one. We got this patch panel one. This one, it says presentation on it. Is that what we're talking about? Oh, no, wait. I think you do have another one now that I'm thinking about it. So I'm opening up Smeggy's thing in a new tab. And now we're going to go look at his posts again. He's got this one. I did forget about this one. So is it a mini collection or a collection of mini patches? So now we do have an official entry for the tiny patch collection. Is Smeggy about to clean up house? Maybe. at least in a couple of categories, he's the only one in the running. All right, so first off, over on the big YouTube channel, we got a poll going with 3. You now know who they are, I guess, but 3 patch panels, and you can vote on those over there. It looks like bigger is winning for some reason. But we're also going to put a poll over here. And this poll over here is going to be for the people that are listening live. And it is going to be, what is the best type of patch panel? I think we've done this one before. Is it your typical patch panel? Right? Is it your car headliner? Right, putting them in the car with you. Is it the door of the gun safe? Right, or is it something else? I'm going to say other, you know the thing, and then you got to comment with what it is. All right, I guess I can't write comment because of YouTube censorship. So is it, what's the best type of patch panel? I guess you know any question marks here. A typical panel, the car headliner, a door, the gun safe, or something else? Boom, you get to answer that for free tonight. A lot of times channels will charge upwards of $3 per opportunity to vote in a poll. A lot of channels don't even put polls out there because they don't appreciate their viewers. We put polls out there and they're free, so feel free to use that poll. Then we have the poll going over here, and what I'm gonna do is make another poll if we get other people in the running. Does that make sense? So we'll see as the rest of the show goes on if anybody else is going to participate in our patch battle. What I'm going to do now is take a look at some pictures I stole off of the line. So here's the thing. If you're a little kid listening to this, you shouldn't be listening to this, but don't steal the pictures off of the line. It's not the right thing to do. But sometimes in order to illustrate things, grown-ups will steal pictures off of the line to use on a show like this. So this is the first patch panel we're taking a look at. And I find stuff like this to be done quite often. I think we all know a couple of people who have done this kind of deal. You guys are killing those spams, those robots. I think I got robots on the other channel. Somebody want to go grab my robots on the other channel, please? Oh, you know what? I can just open it from here. Duh. So you can open from StreamYard, the Canadian software I'm using. You can open up both of your YouTubes. So that's the other channel. I'm sure somebody's a mod over there. I broadcast this to 2 YouTube channels and the Twitch. I'm not logged in over there. Oh no, that's where Honda's at. Broadcast this. Where's those spams coming in? You guys must already killed the spams. I can't make you a mod on the other channel because I'm not on the other channel right now. Oh, next time I'm on the other channel, let me know. I don't know who DJ's trying to flex on. Let's see. So going back to this. So I think we all know a couple of people that have had or that have made patch panels like this before, where they take like a poster frame or maybe I think it's mostly a poster frame, right? A giant picture frame essentially, and take the glass out of the plastic or whatever, or wrap the glass sometimes of the plastic in felt or the cardboard or whatever in felt. Honestly, wood works better, FYI. And then put it back in the frame, and then you've got a kind of a nice, clean-looking patch deal. Some people paint them. Some people use, same color patch, felt or whatever, and frame. Either way, it looks pretty good. But this is also an example of, I think I just horked this one off of like Pinterest or something. I don't know any. I just horked all these. Again, you're not supposed to hork pictures off the internet. It's rude. But these were for illustration purposes only. This is an example of not just the frames, but look at how different it is to have the black background on the left and the right, and the tan background on the right. Now, this person's collection is also kind of color coded. All their subdued, kind of neutral colors are on the right, and all their colors are on the left. And they just pop against that black background. I mean, I dig this a lot, actually. I haven't done this particular, I have kind of. I mean, I've had this happen because I have both black and tan patch panels all over the place. I haven't specifically done this and set them next to each other, but this is actually kind of cool. So this isn't in the running. It's just to give you some ideas of how cool patch collecting can be. I just saw this one randomly. I was out there horking pictures and I found this one. So this is somebody who's purchased some of our old-fashioned ones. So let's see, Brace, this was 2015 SHOT Show. Friday before SHOT Show, they put out a thing that says you can't shoulder a brace. So in 2012, they create the brace. In 2015, before SHOT Show, the Friday night before SHOT Show, the ATF puts out a letter that says you can't shoulder a brace. That's the equivalent of making a machine gun. Literally everybody was either on the way to SHOT Show or about to be on the way to SHOT Show, the entire industry. And that's when the FBI puts out this, or the ATF puts out this stupid bullshit. We happened to be live when it came out, because we were live a lot back then. This is gun channels, right in the middle of gun channels. So we're live. And while we're live, the ATF puts out this thing. We all start reading it live and we're kind of pissed off. So that night we came up with this idea to make a brace this patch just to do it. I don't know why we were all into patches at the time. And by the next morning, I had ordered them. So that brace, this patch, was a spur of the moment thing that we did in 2015, and they sold out in like moments. And you know, I still had a couple. I still find them here and there, but we made them in 2 colors. And then that's an old spam can from 2014, which have sold out a long time ago. And then our 1.4C, which was also 2014, and that's a bright orange color. So this is somebody who had a couple of our 2014, 2015 era patches. That repeal all gun laws is Tony's, Artisan Tony's patch. I don't remember because I don't have it on my chronology, but it must have been from that era. And then a bunch of SOE stuff in 10th Mountain. So this is pretty cool stuff. And then an old Every Second Matters patch. That's probably 2014 era, which is first edition, Every Second Matters sewn patch. So this is a pretty cool hardcore one. I think these are just some Star Wars stuff. This little guy is from TAD, I think, TAD. And then this is Monkey. A bunch of these are Monkey. And then this is SOE is Willis. I think this is probably SOE too. So it's probably somebody from like Jaeger's classes or something. Pretty cool. So anyway, I just found that one. No, see, I'm doing the wrong thing. What am I supposed to be doing here? I just found that one on the line. Here we go. How did they go to that one next? Now, this is another picture just I horked off the line to inspire people that you don't have to have a patch panel. This is just somebody who set their patches on the carpet, right? They just set it down. You could put this on a blanket. You know, something that's a consistent color, I think, is probably the best thing to put patches on. But there's no perfect color. But this is a great way to just display their patches. Now let's take a look at these patches. They're just a bunch of patches sitting on somebody's carpet. They're mostly, this is somebody who's probably getting out there and doing some stuff, because these are Go Ruck, which you only get for achieving some long distance marches or long distance treks. I don't know what to call them. I think they're more rugged than a walk or a jog, and they're not quite as challenging as like an obstacle course. But you're carrying a rucksack, you're carrying a backpack with weight in it, and depending on your level, you'll carry different weights. So anyway, you only get these patches by accomplishing those feats of endurance. Some of these others, I'm assuming, are something similar. I think that's Tennessee and a Texas one. And then you got a bunch from ITW. ITS Tactical, a company that's been putting out patches consistently for a long time. Those all pretty much look the same, so you can kind of tell people that are into theirs. And I think these are TAD. I can't remember who makes these little ones, but these little ones are from another company. And then these are Modus. These are kind of outdoor 4x4 patches. People that go take their vehicles out to places and then go hike further on, you know, that kind of stuff. And then a couple of these are some designer, I think this is Triple Lot Design, TAD. So this is another place that puts out high quality patches on a regular basis. And there's people that collect these for the value and the, whatever you call it, like the bragging, you know, being able to brag about having some of these. So these are some pretty interesting patches. Again, somebody who's probably getting out there and doing stuff. So these are some achievement type of things, and probably with some of these, I don't know enough about the specific collections, but you know, if they sold out of this one that has an Ewok thing on it, maybe it's a big deal to have one of the few Ewok ones or something. So some of these might be bragging as well. And then you can, God dang it, what are they showing you all this stuff for? Some of these are probably not being worn either. I guess that's another thing. Let me bring this picture back out here. These aren't patches that have been put on backpacks or that have been put on shoulders or on bags or anything. In fact, some of these are still in their packaging. So a lot of times people will collect these things and never touch them, never use them. Roll call is saying he sent a message with an image of his panel. What kind of message? What are we talking about? Message on Instagrams? Let me go check my Instagrams real quick. If it's a message, it'll come in under this little airplane thing over here. Where else do I get messages at? All right, so the next picture is going to be yet another type of patch panel, and I think I can't remember who makes these. Oh, I'll think of it in a second. I don't think I have any of these. I think it's the same people that do Modus, but I don't remember anymore. I don't think I have any, but they're cool, and I like the idea that they did them in this, like a whole big series. And what are these? Pentagons? No. Yeah, pentagons? I don't know what they are, but whatever that shape is, they're not hexagons. Centigrams, whatever the hell the shape is, they connect really neat, kind of cool. And I think they should have made merit badges like this. So I don't know why they didn't make our merit badges like this. It would have been cooler. So that's another. And again, these are all pretty much one company, I think. And their deal is that they make a series like this. I almost thought about doing the Wolverines that way because I really like that concept, but I didn't. I went with squares or rectangles or whatever. All right, next one is kind of like Patriots, right? So even though Patriots is a better collection than this, we're going to use this to talk about Patriots again. So putting all your patches on a black background is a bold move, first off, because it can look good, but it can also kill patches, right? It's not perfect. Nothing's perfect. But when you separate them like this, that's a distinct way of doing your patches. And it's cool. Like, not that many people do this. So we might do a whole nother poll here, depending on how many people hang around and how long this goes, how many participants we get. But I really dig this sometimes. I've never done it. I kind of started out, a bunch of people did roll call. I forgot who gave me the patch panel, but a bunch of people from gun channels gave me a frame to put patches on, and it's black. But originally I could put everybody's patch on it kind of like this, but then I ran out of room and then I smushed everybody else's patches on it. Now it's like 3 patches thick, so it's not big enough anymore. But I started out like this, and I kind of thought it was cool. But like I say, I didn't even finish it. By the time I finished, I was already stacking the patches. But I really think this is kind of an interesting way to go. I don't think it looks as good on tan. On tan, it looks like you're trying to save space or something. But on black, it can look pretty awesome. And I don't know if it's just because the colors pop or what. Now, here's the next question. I think this is pretty cool. They're not in columns and rows, because then it looks like they're for sale or something, right? But at the same time, they're not trying to prove nothing here. So I don't dig it, but I can understand it. I figure if you're gonna, for me at least, if you're gonna put them on here, put some kind of series. This is a place selling them, I think. This picture, I'm pretty sure I horked it off of a store or something. Again, these are all brand new, and there's no rhyme or reason to them. There's nothing consistent about these. To to the point that there's 2 different blood types on it. So it's just really somebody who thought that these, I don't know, maybe it's somebody who thought this is what patch people do. So, you know, having an airplane over here and a piece of bacon over here, it's just a little weird, but I like the concept. So let's see. Instagrams. Okay, so why didn't I get it on Instagrams? Let me close that again. Refresh my Instagrams. It's not all that instant, is it? Huh. Go look over here why I'm not getting that message. It says it right here. Use the Instagram app to see this type of message. Oh, it's some kind of type of message. What's up with that? Plus, it's got your full name here, dude. So, I guess I got to go on my phone and get it. I'm going to go on my phone and get it. Yeah, my phone has the alert. That's weird. It's not kind of some kind of weird patch, quote unquote. It's a video. I wonder why my phone, my computer won't watch a video. Oh, wait. It's a photo. Okay. Now, what am I going to do? I guess I can post it on my channel and then act like it's from your channel. So, posting it. I don't think I'm cropping any of it. Oh, I probably should have brightened it up a bit. Hold on. This dead air here is brought to you by Nancy Pelosi. She requires that any kind of gun conversation have an awkward pause in the middle of it. It's making me type out your whole thing. What's up with that? I'm just going to say roll call. I don't know why it's making me be weird. All right, now it'll eventually show up over here. So now roll call is in the running. G23 says, I gave 3 of the Smith & Wesson 40 patches away already. Good. Oh, because you were trying to buy one. We got some Smith & Wesson ones over at the store. Or I should say, I am in possession of Smith & Wesson ones. If the store isn't open, or does this with the store doesn't have them updated, I just have to go over there and update it, I guess. But I usually let the store run out of stuff so that I don't sell stuff I don't have. But I do have some of the 40s right now, I think. I'm almost positive I do. All right, so with that, we're going to the next picture, which is going to be this one. So I don't know what's up with this one. Why did I pick this one? Oh, this one, I guess, because it's showing you it's another company. I don't know this company. That's not my style. But they pretty much do these faces and heads in like this really detailed embroidery. And like this big spider. I don't know if you can tell. There's a giant spider over here. It's kind of weird. And it's a really nice patch. I mean, the coloring and the new, what do you call it, like the realisticness of it is really well done. I really like the patches, but on the other hand, I don't like horror movies or any of these topics, except for this Ronin one's kind of cool. I guess these are kind of neat. They're probably some video game thing. But, so I don't know who they are, but I have seen them a lot, and they're another example of some themes that people do and the people that really collect. This is another variation or another way that people will collect. Now, here's the thing, and you might not notice it at first glance, but most of these patch panels are very similar size. They're 3 feet by 2 foot or something, 18 by 24. And these are huge patches. Like, these are very large patches. compared to your typical patch. Like these are going to be on the large size. They're not huge, but they're on the large size typically. So that means when they're on a patch panel with other patches, they don't get lost. Plus, they look good. So your eyeball is going to go to them because they look so real. They look like photographs, but it's also because they're so large. So that's another style. Like I say, not necessarily my style, but this next one. Now we did one of the categories tonight is layout, and I wanted this to be sort of a example of that, but also the example of a patch panel. So there's tons of people that collect series, and these modern defense, I think, is what these are called. I don't know what the deal is, but these people that buy these are a whole nother group of patch panel people, and they do stuff like this with them. So, you know what I'm saying? That this was not cheap. This is probably flexing hundreds of bucks right here to accumulate these. I'm assuming. I don't know. But that's the kind of thing. And like this whole series over here, and I don't know why. It's just a thing that people like to do, or they dig a picture, or it's I don't know. But you can see there's a couple of these little deals going on. And I've done it. I mean, I get it. I've done it with my revolvers. I only made the revolvers. Half the reason I made the revolvers is so that I could do that. And then we made the rifles so that we could make patterns with the revolvers. It costs a lot to do it, but it's neat to do. And then, they've got these kind of things. These series, which are the sharks and the underwater stuff, the Obama posters. I don't know what the heck to call these other things. I don't know if they're video game stuff or what. But these were neat to watch too back in the day when these companies were first coming up, these designers were first doing their thing, and this kind of was becoming established. This was over on Facebook, and this is one of the reasons I quit working on Facebook or dealing with Facebook, because I didn't like where it was going. But it was neat to watch them develop and to start to figure out what they were going to do and what styles they were going to do and what they could do with their machines. This company here, man, I don't know if that's Modern Defense also. It might be. But some of these are so crazy. Like you could tell that they were figuring out what the machines could do. And I don't know, they must have had a machine. So there was at least one guy who made these little Care Bear looking things. Not these particular, but ones that were kind of like that. And I'm almost positive that person worked in wherever it is, China or someplace, at one of the factories, because they had way too many patches and way too many variations to have bought them. They had to be sitting next to a machine and just had all the different products of that machine. And that's where you would see a lot of the playing around and stuff. So anyway, this was another type of a bunch of different stuff to kind of chat about here, and the intricacies and the details that are possible. And then again, sort of the depth of types of collecting out there. This next one is a different direction. This is a video, so it's not going to open as a video. It's not a video. Let's just open it regularly. That's weird. It tried to open this as a video. So this is the Maxpedition ripoff of Monkey's Trapper Keeper thing that he made. So Mil-Spec Monkey was kind of the guy who invented morale patches, really. I mean, Vietnam created them. World War II maybe, but Vietnam established them. World War II created them. Vietnam established them. Mil-Spec Monkey turned them into something that everyone saw on war footage from the Global War on Terror. So Monkey brought them from funny stuff at gun shows to being part of our culture. And that's Mil-Spec Monkey, the guy that makes a bunch of videos at SHOT Show. So he created, along with Tactical Tailor, an awesome company, a made in the USA, very compliant version of a Trapper Keeper that had Velcro pages. And you could put your patches in there if you were a collector, or if you're like me, I'll just go grab it. It's a way to carry out your patches. This is what it looks like, because this is what it is. And do this. Yeah. right? It's a YKK zipper, made in the USA, very compliant zipper, made in the USA, actual Velcro innards, right? It's all real. I could whale the hell out of this and nothing would happen to it. Pages come out. You can do all kinds of cool stuff with them. Modular, it's neat. 6 pages. Well, I should say 4 removable pages and the covers. It all comes together. Well, of course, it's multi-cam because that's the only color. Well, no, they make it in other colors, but why would you get it in any other color? And then these are, let's say, $60 or something. They're not giving them away, but they're very compliant. They're real. Everything's made in the USA. And they're going to last forever. And they're awesome. And then you got come on, and go behind there. Then you got Maxpedition, everything made in Vietnam. And I mean, they are what they are. Tim's a nice guy, but this is obviously what it is. It is what it is. So Mil-Spec Monkey made that one that I just showed you, a Tactical Tailor. Here's a Maxpedition one. So not that I'm horking on Maxpedition, but I'm just laying it down. The real one exists. Maxpedition makes theirs. And then it gives you the idea, though. I guess the picture here shows you their patches, but you get the idea with the way I'm running mine. I got mine the way it is, so if I go to something like a rally, I can carry this thing around and then have patches to trade or give away or do whatever. And it keeps a bunch of them in one place, kind of decent shape. Here's another way to do it, which is pretty cool, and that's to get loop Velcro pages that you put into a 3-ring binder. And I've done a couple of different ones like this. Mine are super sloppy and messy, but these can be very effective for carrying a bunch of patches around, for taking your spares to other places to trade, or to take, if you're going to be taking them to like a gun show or something, because when you get these things, just like in this picture, they'll stand up. So you can set them on the table. You can set them on the table and they'll stand up like this. So you can make your own. If you get patches and they have the loop Velcro backing, keep that and then just sew it onto a piece of something and sew that around a piece of like flattened out milk jug material, and boom, you got equivalent to what this is, because this is a basically milk jug material that they sew Velcro on both sides and then sew an edging around it and then put 2 grommets in it. So you can make it yourself real easy. Let's see what else we got here. We've got this one, which is kind of interesting. This is somebody at their cubicle. And now back when I was at AOL, we had cubicles like this, but we didn't have to put up carpet. Our cubicles were made out of carpet. And I did have some stuff with Velcro, but I wasn't into patches back then. So mine didn't look nothing like this, but this is pretty neat. Now, this is the same made in Georgia carpet that I make my patch panels out of. You can buy the stuff at Home Depot, and it's the stuff that comes on rolls in the carpet aisle. And it's back in the day, it was like $8 a deal. So this is probably like $16 worth of carpet, if that. Might be $10 worth of carpet. And in this case, they just cut it into however it fits onto their cubicle, probably stapled or tacked it up to their cubicle, and then they went nuts with the patches on it. I personally am not the biggest fan of the gray. They make a blue, they make a green. I think they make a black. They don't always have the black because it looks too cool. But you can get the tan color, and the tan kind of disappears behind most patches. And I would think that a tan would disappear on this guy's cubicle better. But whatever. He didn't ask me before he put his carpet up. But I think this is a pretty neat idea. And depending on what you've got going on with walls or with brick or something, patch panels can not only be awesome, but they can also be warm. And they can be better looking than, some boring brick wall or something lame, like fancy wood or something, paneling. Anyway, what else are we looking at here? 2 giant 1911s. I mean, come on. What's up with that? A giant lightsaber. So obviously this is somebody who's paying a lot of money for patches. Now, these are large patches. You can tell by the telephone. These are not little patches. So, like, some of these are pretty large. Those are some of the skulls from this other, I don't remember what company that is either. So you can kind of tell that this person experimented with a couple of different designers. Looks like they like a lot of modern defense, and then bought some other stuff too from different places. And maybe these are all modern defense for all I know. But you know, they looks like they bought maybe a couple of different series, if nothing else. Whole bunch of these, whatever they are, Paul Revere hats on a skull type of thing. I don't know if some of these have something to do with military or not. Sometimes they have something to do with military, or like some units or something will have some kind of inside jokes. But typically when they're big companies selling stuff, it's beyond little inside jokes and stuff. It's hard to say. All right, we're going to jump over to, oh, I guess this is the Daily Gun Show side. We're going to jump over to this side, taken off alive so it isn't creepy. We're going to take a look at the poll. So we've got a bunch of people participating in the poll, and right now 54% are saying the typical panel, the typical patch panel is their favorite type of patch panel. 15% are saying the car headliner, and then 15% are saying the door of the safe, and then 15% are saying, you know, the other thing, but they're not commenting. Are they commenting? So let's see. The next thing will be this one, and this is still preliminary. We've still got a little time before the playoffs, I think. Oh, maybe we don't. Dang, I'm kind of running late tonight. This is a patch panel with a bunch of, there's a SHOT Show patch here and a bunch of other patches. I showed this one because look at how the Velcro, this is real 4-inch Velcro, probably with the no backer other than a big piece of nylon. So probably 500 denier nylon, and then 4-inch Velcro sewed on one side like this in strips. One, because it's really difficult to buy Velcro in panels anymore. You can do it, but it's expensive and it's not really useful for this kind of application. It's cost too much, but you can buy 4-inch Velcro really cheap, especially black. So you buy enough 4-inch Velcro and you can make as many patch panels as you want if you're willing to have lines going through it where you sew it all together like this. Some people don't care. Some people dig it, and this is the kind of people that dig it. People that are going to put their patches in rows. So if you notice, this person has a couple of different styles, probably all from whatever this company is. Outnumbered something. But notice how they're all in these rows using the lines of the Velcro. So I personally don't dig that as much, but I can understand it, I guess. It looks to me like they're for sale, but you know, it's neat. It's kind of like having them on a shelf, I guess, or something. And, you know, it's 4-inch Velcro, so it's going to be probably wide enough or tall enough to accommodate most patches out there. So anyway, I thought this was kind of neat. And this one looks like it's from Always Outnumbered. Always Outnumbered. I don't know what the O at the end means, but that's why this says Always Outnumbered. And it looks like this is one of their SHOT Show patches. I know how to enhance. A lot of people won't enhance on these shows when they're live. I know how to enhance. I don't mind enhancing. All right, so that's that one. Guess what? We still have another one. Talked about military patches. This isn't military, but this is getting closer to being a little bit different than your typical patches. And look at this presentation. So maybe it's a little bit too late for some of those people that are here. Some of these people, I don't have a patch panel. I don't have a patch panel. That's what they say. Well, guess what? You don't need a patch panel to participate. This isn't somebody who's participating, but this is somebody that has some interesting freaking patches, and they chose a very interesting presentation in so many ways. This looks like Grandpa's drawer mixed with tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't get it, you don't get it. But if you get it, maybe you understand what I'm talking about. Patches can be a lot of fun. You can have some fun with them, with the way the internet works, and taking photographs of them and presenting them and, you know, having fun with other folks. All right, so now we'll get to the actual voting and wrap this whole thing up. So thanks everybody for sticking with us here, I guess. This turned out to be a bit of a rant about patches, but hopefully it was useful and interesting to people who like patches. Let's see. I'm looking. So I sent a message, got it. have a small one. Let's see. Insta trash. Took 3 to wear at the machine gun suit, so I added some more. Wolverine patches were a cool series. I wish I had. Do I have a picture of my Wolverine somewhere? I don't, but I can just pull them out because they're just sitting right here. So back when I had the robot still working, what I guess in 2015 or somewhere around there, got a robot for making patches with, or I guess it's for other things, but we used it for making patches. And if I do this, and then this is a patch panel size piece of carpet that I started putting the Wolverines on. So the Wolverine, I don't know what it started as, probably something very similar to this one, this white one. And then just playing around with colors and having the machine, I ended up having a bunch of different varieties like this. And then over the time, doing different, uh, free patch Fridays or giveaways or different things to offer these different ones. And this is one playing with size and stuff. So a bunch of different ones. We got the 3D ones now, made out of plastic with the 3D printer. Played with different kind of materials for sure. Played with a couple of different styles, and again, when I had the software and the machine, I was able to really play around with this. But so you can see this is a little bit different than the people that were mass producing hundreds of each, and then I guess hundreds of people bought collections like that, really. So our stuff's a little more, a little tougher. You can't collect that much because there's not that much. It's a little more, a little different. So let me put that back there, and oh man, I clapped him. Opened up my hands to see if I clapped him, and he's like, "Thanks," and he flew away again. So I hit him. It still lived. Thanks for that, Smiggy. All right, so let's see. Smiggy saying I have fun trading the stuff in person, not good at shipping stuff. We're going to be doing a thing on Sundays where we're going to be doing a patch trade. So maybe we can facilitate some of that for some people. Let's see. So if I'm missing anything, let me know. If I'm missing anybody's entries, that's the thing to let me know. Otherwise, I'm not good at keeping up when there's this many chats coming in. So again, let me know if I'm missing anybody's stuff. Otherwise, we're going to get into the voting. Yeah, remember that tonight there'll be the mouse party, which is happening just after this show. All right, so we've got the main face-off going on over here with the early runners up, and their barbecues winning that one handily. Then trying to remember, this one is Roy's, I think, yeah, and then Smeggy's is coming in third. However, it looks like, at least at this point, I have to go back over to my Instagrams and hit refresh. Am I missing anybody's, or is roll calls the only last final participant one? Because now we got roll call, we got Patriot, Matt, Roy, Barbecue, and Smeggy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 in the running for patch panel. We've got one in the running for presentation, one in the running for, I don't know what this one is. Did you say what this one was? I think you did. One in the running for mini, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What we could do is do some kind of bracket in the next show in the and let them actually vote and let this show be the accumulation. Why am I clicking on the calendar? How long do I think this show is going to be? It's 10:04. Because otherwise I don't know how to do the voting actually. So let's take a look at this is roll calls. Oh, barbecue just hit me in a tag for the Wolverine collection, he said. How come this one's goofy? Why won't my things stay where they're supposed to be? So now I'm going to go to this one. Oh, I still have to go to this, this, this. All right, maybe that'll open up a new one, and now I can see barbecue's deal. Yeah, that's being really weird about not giving me messages on my oh no, you said you tagged me. Okay, that's not an arrow thing. I gotta go over here and click on the heart. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, barbecues I think are a bigger collection than I do. I mean, mine are weirder because I have all the ones that I never gave to anybody, like all the goofy colors and stuff. But you got a couple of the goofy colors for sure. And probably, well, you got a couple of doubles in there, but you got like every color combo, I think. All right, just making sure anybody's dropping any new ones. So I'm going to count this one as cool. You already have one in, what do you call it? Patch. Now this one will go under cool, and I'm going to guess that that's going with Smeggy's Every Second Matters ones. All right. So unless any final ones come in here, we've got 6 to vote for the main one. So we're going to get the little, well, we're going to do the main one first. All right. So here's how it's going to go. Smeggy's is number 1. I'm going to write this down somewhere. How am I going to write this down? I'm going to write it down like this. Little line. Don't write anything. Don't be typing anything right now. So here's a line. So Smeggy is number 1. Oh, come on. Now it's going to not type good. Smeggy is number 1. And then barbecue is number 2. And then Roy is number 3. And then Matt will be number 4. And then Patriot is number 5. And then the final one is roll call for number 6. Okay, now everybody can talk again. And now these lines will be just to designate who's or who, right? I'll go through and we'll look at these patch panels, but now you can vote. So you get 1 vote each. We're not like some kind of weird election where you can vote as many times as you want by mail. 1 vote each, and then we'll count them up at the end. So let's go take a look. So this is not, oh wait, what did barbecue say? I am still seeing a Red Dawn dish soap seeking. Oh, okay. And he's missing a taco border color variants as well. Right on. So we'll hit on that in a second. I'll start. But so that while it's fresh in everybody's mind, number 6 is roll calls, and he has got a ton of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Wolverines right off the bat. he's got a bunch of gun channels folks. There's a Ghost and a Obnoxious, the Midnight Range Pancakes ones, the actual Budget Guns and Gear one, Liberty Doll from back in the day. So Sarge, I don't know how many people have Sarge's patch. I don't know who this one is. CZ. Oh, that's CZ. The Gizzard patch. I think you're probably by law supposed to put that Gizzard patch over by those other ones. You get in trouble. A bunch of them, dude, and a bunch of R patches. That one's some military looking stuff, and then some stuff from events. I don't know where that GI one comes from, but that's pretty cool. And then some typical stuff like your Don't Step on Snake, or what is that called? The thing, I can't even think of the name of that flag. Is that the Gadsden? Then like the, oh, I was going to say this one is more like, there's a couple of Star Wars ones. This one might be a tad though. Anyway, so there's a bunch of cool, interesting stuff on that one. That was number 6. Then Patriots is at a whole nother freaking level. So I don't know if Patriots ever talked about his patch panel. I got to see this, or at least a version of it back in the day. I got Patriot let me stay at his place when I was driving through, going to the castle in New York. So I stayed over, and I got to see his patch panel in his office. And I mean, I dug it then, and now I dig it even more. But like I say, I really like it when there's a border, and he doesn't have them in rows and columns, and it's just super cool. He's got them all, and it's just, I mean, it's just super neat. Like, you want to look around, you want to, they're not in like a pattern, but at the same time, they're not even grouped. So I dig it. So that's number 5. That's Patriot. Then we got Matt's, because again, are smaller, but it's a bunch of people from YouTube and some of the kind of meme ones from back in the day. That was number 4. Then number 3 is Roy, one of our patch panels. And then what I thought was cool about Roy's is he stuck the gun channels cards in there. And I never thought about doing that before. But we made a deck of gun channels cards in order to be interactive and offer a way for people to do some interactive stuff. Maybe come up with a card game or some kind of a game to play in chat rooms, you know, kind of like challenge coins or something. So we came up with these cards and played with them and had them for a few years during gun channels. And Roy figured out a cool way to kind of like incorporate them into a patch panel. He's obviously had a couple of patch batches where some of these are from. And then I remember these where I got these. So that was like a thank you for purchasing, like a free Patch Friday type of thing. So lots of different patches from different places in here. And then I dig how you got some of them just like hanging off also, because I do that all the time. Not everybody's willing to let a patch hang over the side of a patch panel, but I like when they color outside the lines a little bit. So that would be number 3, I believe, Roy's. Yep. And then 2 is barbecues, 6 panels. So this is, I mean, literally, look at this. This barbecue has significantly helped us support what we're doing. For a while there, there's times, well, it's always, I mean, the Patreon support and the store are the 2 things that keep us going. And barbecue's consistent support is one of the only reasons we're here today, literally. So I much appreciate that. I imagine it's the same for Owl and Anchor. You can see a lot of Owl and Anchor stuff over there. And then some other stuff, but mostly our stuff. So I really appreciate that. And it's neat because I don't have them. I have my stuff on magnets on a whiteboard. And I keep mine just organized by when they were made, like by what year. And I only have one of each thing. You've got way more than I've got on the wall, because you've got a lot of the stuff that the robot made, and then like the special runs, like we did a giveaway with the mare's leg and the little Beretta and a Derringer, I think, and then everybody picked the mare's leg to be given away. So you got 2 of those patches. I don't think you got them at the same time, but you got both of those patches out of that mix. Anyway, that's a lot of cool stuff. So that's a big patch panel too. That's 6 patch panels big, basically a wall of patches. Using it to insulate that side of the house. That side of the house can't technically be cold. Then we got Smeggy's. I'm pretty sure Smeggy keeps all his patches in a big bag and then put them out on a patch panel the other night while we were all sitting there talking about it. And yeah, he just started putting them on here, I think. So there's no kind of rhyme or reason here. He's got some SHOT Show stuff. He's got some industry stuff. He's got some Allen Anchor stuff. He's got a bunch of our stuff. This is a custom patch that was made by the robot. And then, yeah, custom Red Dawn one. So, and then Smeggy's would be number 1 for if you're voting. All right, so those will be the patch panel votes. And when we're done tallying up the patch panel votes, we'll get on to some of these other categories tonight. So barbecue had said before, I am seeing a Red Dawn dish soap. I am still seeking a Red Dawn dish soap patch, and I'm missing the taco border color variants as well as a few variants of the tacos. So that's the thing is I made the tacos with different innards, right? Different kinds of tacos. And then I put them on different fabrics, I think. See, the problem was I was having a lot of fun making variants so that people who bought them would have kind of not necessarily unique, but one of very few, right? And then, there might be 2 or 3, sometimes even 1 at the store. And I don't even know how many I made is the problem. When you can sit there and you got to make them one at a time anyway, then it's easy to make color variants. That's the one advantage you have with having a slow robot that can only do 1 color at a time is since I got to put 1 color in anyway, I can put whatever color I want in there. Problem is it's really slow. And when the color looks like shit, then you can't get rid of it. So I keep those. So the ones that look cool, I tried to remember which colors look cool. And then I would make a couple of different variants. But just to be safe, I only made a few of those. But what we're going to be doing on Sundays is doing some patch trading. So let's take a second to talk about that. The winner tonight, I'm going to bring my screen back up here. The winner tonight will get some of everybody will get a large size. Wait, what am I saying large size for? A large size Daily Gun Show glow-in-the-dark patch made out of PVC. The large size, let's remember. I'll just drop that one. Luckily, I can find it because it glows in the dark. Boom, there it is. So everybody will get one of those in their winnings. I have a couple of you can't purchase the orange ones. So some orange stripper clips. But then we also have, remember the multicolor Tutti Frutti printed ones? Well, there's still a couple of these left. It looks like I have at least 6 of these left. Somewhere in the purple brownish and then the greenish bluish. They've been kind of pecked at, so they're not necessarily in a row anymore. But we have some of this variety available. And something new to the mix. What? These things here. What are these things? These are going to be priced at, I haven't decided. We're going to decide the price of these things, but there's effectively at least $25 worth of patches in each one. I took a bunch of patches out of the collections, out of the mix match stuff that's been Free Patch Friday stuff, and I laid them all out, and we went through them kind of the other night and kind of showed you what I was doing. Made sure that there's at least a good one in each of these. At least one that somebody's going to go, okay, there's a good one. But some of them have a couple of good ones. And I think I came up with like 26 of these packages. So there's a bunch of these packages. And what we'll do, the winners tonight will get some packages. But on Sunday, we'll bust open the packages live. And then everyone will see what they got, right? And people can buy these. That's the whole point. Try to make some money. Maybe even go to Wanamaker. Right? So people buy these things, bust them open, and then, like here, let's make this is a what do they call that? This would be a dramatic version of what would happen on Sunday. let's say that barbecue had this package and we opened it up and knew it was in there. And then Smeggy bought this package and we knew it was in there and we opened it up. And then Smeggy had this and barbecue had this. Well, Smeggy could go, and there's no doubles, but he could say, oh, I don't want this one. I already have one of these. And then barbecue could go, well, I'll trade you for one of these. And then we do one of these situations. Did you see what happened? I kind of made that happen off air. They could go, hey, trade me like this. And then I could do the trade. And now the trade happened live in front of everybody. The trade just happened, right? And then whenever I go to ship it, I ship this instead of what they actually got. After the trade, they get shipped what they ended up with or what they would rather have had. So hopefully it becomes a lot of fun and a way for people to kind of trade some stuff. We're also attempting the patch buyback, which is an unprecedented situation where people that don't want patches or are willing to sell their patches back for free, because there's no selling actually. But if they want to give their patches to some youngin', then we'll take the patches, we'll put them in a pile, and then we'll distribute those to youngins who don't have enough money yet because they're little to buy their own patches. And then with that, we'll create a whole nother generation of patch addicts. I mean, we'll help give kids some patches that want patches. So we'll be playing around with that stuff on Sunday. All right, let's go. Well, let me flip this back over. Nope. Yes. And let's go back and let's vote, or let's tally some votes, shall we? Does anyone want to help tally? We've got a 5. How am I going to do this? Let me get a piece of paper. Let me get my deal over here. Where did it go? Did you see? There it is. Where am I starting? All right. Here's how we're doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There was 6 of them, right? Boom. So 5 gets a 1. 5 gets 2. 6 gets 1. His stripper clip is wrong. A lot of people put their stripper clips wrong. I don't know why. Either intentionally or unintentionally. I just assume intentionally. But it could be unintentionally. The hens patches have to be displayed together. That's the typical situation. I'm not saying you can't go to Canada with those patches not touching, but you don't want to go to Canada with those patches not touching. Duly noted, right on. I'm amazed at how perfectly spaced Patriots are. It's like it is like a robot did it. What the hell? I never even thought about that. You could have paid a robot to do it. Nobody has this. Oh no, very few people have a snob patch. I forgot there is a snob patch now. Very few people have it. You know who has a roll call patch? Fewer people. You put them upside down if you want. I guess so. Oh, where is yours? Did I find yours? Didn't I find it? Oh, I put it into a picture. That's yours. Yours will go into the mini collection. Why is it trying to make a video again? Yours will go into, there we go. Right there. Jacob's will go into the mini collection with Smeggy's. So that Smeggy doesn't just walk all over everything. And you get some competition. Unless you want it under presentation, because you got them kind of sitting there fancy. But yeah, you've got fewer for sure, but you're still in the running. What am I doing? So I guess I can squish this over. I don't need this to be that big. All right, so no more votes. Any other votes? Am I going to find the last of the votes right here? Barbecue Santa like the cleanliness of Roy's. Free Patch Friday is a clutch. I don't know what that means. A crutch. That's his living room. Probably is his living room. Gizzard says he's glad to have been able to participate. That's true. A lot of the giveaway patches are coming from people who do the giveaways like Gizzard twice a week. Can you imagine how much money he's spending on shipping? Let's see. Barbecue saying some AK one-off, such as the crosshatch one. Yep, a lot of prototypes there. Smeggy saying he's got many more. Do I got any more votes? I'm looking for votes. We're looking for votes. We're voting on 1 through 6. Let's do this again. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So if you want to vote, pretty soon I'm going to draw some lines, and that'll be the end of the voting. Barbecue saying those are the patches directly behind the desk. They're good soundproofing. Oh, snap. I never thought of it like that. If you go to Wanamaker, I'll save beer money. Right on. Bam. I've created 4 new patch addicts. Nice. 3 votes. 2 5s and 1 6. Yeah, that's what I got too. Let's see. Hurts my wallet between trying to get my fix and theirs. I hear that. Smeggy votes for a 1. Let's see. No, we got yours one for the next vote. Then rain tries are addictive. Come on, definitely. So barbecue is voting for a 2. Roll call is voting for a 4. Smeggy is voted for a 5. All right, and then I think that's everybody who's out there. Is that 11? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6 out of 11. Now we know that there's at least 2 or 3 government agents watching this show because they're scared. They're scared of what we might say, what we might reveal. And they're not allowed to vote. They're getting overtime. They're probably just sitting there drinking probably some kind of decaffeinated drink made out of soy, even though, you know, soy's not good for you. They're going to drink it out of soy anyway. And then they're not allowed to vote. So without any more people voting, I'm drawing lines. I'm drawing the lines right now. You can see on the screen the lines are coming. Barbecue voted for a 3. How can you keep voting? You already voted for a 2. You only get 1 vote. Boom. That's the end. 1 vote per person. So the winner is 5, and I believe that's Patriot. So Patriot will be the winner of that one, although everyone's a winner. Next will be the tiny patch panels. All right, so it's Smeggy's tiny patch panel versus Jacob's small number of patches in a patch panel. So I think Jacob has them either laying on the table or stuck on something. It looks like they could be stuck to a wall because this looks like a thumbtack over here, but I can't tell. Smeggy's got him sitting on a piece of marble or a piece of dirt. I don't know. Piece of marble, I guess. I don't know what this line is. So a sink maybe? And then he's got one of the normal size, the large size, I should say, Daily Gun Shows. So that shows you how little the other ones are. Daily Gun Show is kind of a big patch, though. It's like a 3-inch patch. So we got one of the Gun Channel's blue ones. Maxim, I think, made this little PDW thing. It's cool, though, because it's a 5.56, right? And then a 7.62 little oval. I like that one. I would almost do that one again if I had money. It says it's Velcro to my wooden cabinet. So you put the Velcro on the cabinet and then just Velcro the stickers to it. Nice. And then, let's see. So then Smeggy's got the mini Smith & Wesson 40. A little 45th Infantry Museum series. Sorry, 45th Infantry Division Museum. Really dig this patch. I wish I would have kept more. Whenever I was doing the tour, I would like to go to the museums or the gun shops and buy whatever stuff they had. It was cool. And in this museum, they had these patches. They had a bunch of them, like 6 different kind of patches. Some of them there's no way I'm ever buying because one of their other logos is crazy weird. But this one is super cool. And I bought some larger ones and these small ones. And I wish I would have kept a couple of these small ones. I think they're really cool. And then he's got Clover's little FUD Superman-looking logo thing. So a nice collection of littles. Now, again, Jacobs are not small. Yankees patch is pretty big, actually. But then that T-Sauce one, so I'm guessing you got a T-Sauce or you like them. And then PPU. So that's a pretty nice, tight collection. It's got the blue and the white going. So very clean and very, I'm going to say European. I hope that's not a taken discouragingly. But so I guess 1 will be Jacob and 2 will be Smeggy. So I'm putting the line over there. 1 equals Jacob on the left. And come on. Really? 1 equals and then 2 we would do these with fancy polls, but I'm already running into the mouse party at this point. I'm going to get in trouble. Everybody eats the Jell-O, and then at the end, like all the crackers, it's just crumbs and like the broken crackers and stuff. But it's all right. So far, we only got 1 vote. So I don't know how much lag there is, how many people are sitting this one out, how many people are voting. But on this one, this is small. We're going to have a little bit of time to vote here. Got Jacob on the right, Smeggy on the left. Then we'll be voting for coolest patches next. Looking over at the big vote over on the big panel, barbecue won handily on that one. Everyone is voting size over everything else. Roy, I think, got the shaft. He came in second over here, but there's no way to wait. Who did come in second? There is no second place. Everyone was second place on the other vote. So Patriot won by enough that everybody else just got 1 vote. All right, well, everybody's giving it to Jacob, it looks like, on this side. Now, I don't know if that's because everybody likes Yankee so much, or if Jacob, if because Smeggy already has like 5 things in there, or some other reason. But we're giving that one to Jacob. Right, thanks for participating. So at first he thought he wasn't even included, and then he became the winner at the end. That's the comeback story of the patch comeback story of the night. That nothing else happened all week like this. Let's see. So now I'm jumping back over to, where am I clicking? Why am I even clicking on this? Now we're closing this, and then we're going to here. Oh, man. And we're going to click on the Every Second Matters mix versus the Wolverines. So we're going to have a battle of the coolest patches. Wow, that did not work at all. That did not work. So this is one of the reasons why Instagram can suck it to some extent, because it can't shrink or make bigger anything good. All right, so next up, we're drawing some lines. This time it'll be barbecue is number 1. So my computer's having troubles. It can't type numbers over there, and I keep forgetting that. So I'm going to type them over here. And Smeggy is 2. Actually, Smeggy is 42. Boom. So Smeggy's on the left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 different Every Second Matters patches and 1 duplicate. And barbecue is on the right with, well, basically an infinite number of Wolverines. Let's see if we can count. Let's see if it's even possible to count. First off, there's a row of them up there that we can't see. The regular Wolverine, John Travolta, a couple of Liberties, which are some of the more expensive ones out there. Thanks again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's at least 72. It's amazing. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What's 13 times 5? It's basically the same number. So, looks like, what the hell? Everybody's against barbecue? Are they against barbecue? Are they for Every Second Matters? Are they against Wolverines? Or do they hate Red Dawn? what is up with this? Do they hate patches that have cool craziness going on, or do they love the different every second matters colors? Is this every second matters? Let me look. No, it's not everyone. It's pretty close to all of them. I got a couple of ideas of what to do with the next every second matters patches, but it might be another couple of versions before we do another every second matters one. Yep, I can't let it go too much further. I will definitely get in trouble with the whole programming situation here if I go too much longer. So we will have to give this one to Smeggy with 42, the every second matters one. I would have really thought the Wolverines would have won because it's a bigger and better collection, just saying. But yeah, this isn't a bad selection and much appreciated. Not too many people have sewn ones. I don't even remember how many sewn ones even exist because I didn't put too many of them out there. We started getting ones made really fast because it took forever to sew those things. And I was like, there's no way I can make these things. Like, they take forever. So we just started having them made right off the bat. So there's very few of those, but that was enough to make it to let you win. Now I was also thinking that barbecue would win, so then Smeggy could just win these other ones by himself because he just owns them because nobody else even was in the presentation runnings, or nobody won layout, I guess. So since nobody won layout because nobody entered layout, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say Roy gets layout. One, because he used the interestingness of the Arizona-shaped patch panel. He's got the shotgun in there, cool. He's got the Yankees in here in the places like Lake Havasu and Laughlin. And then, hanging the patches off the side. And then being clever with the deals. So I'm giving Roy winner of the presentation, even though he didn't specifically say presentation. He's getting it anyway. It's being forced upon him. Smeggy gets, or not presentation, excuse me, layout. He's getting layout. Smeggy gets presentation by being the only one who participated in presentation. It was also the best presentation. Maybe nobody ever bothered because there's no way they're going to get a custom PVC version of the dog and a robot-made version of the dog and a sticker, or is that a magnet probably, of the puppy, with his puppy being okay with all of that, which is nice because he isn't trying to bite him or sniff him. And then we got Jacob winning the mini. We got Smeggy winning the coolest, and then Patriot winning patch panel. Barbecue coming in second for patch panel, and I think that wraps everything up. With that, we have to give away some prizes. So I don't know who all winners are around tonight. Let's start. Well, it's going to take a whole nother thing to do that. So I think I'll just randomly distribute prizes. How about that? So that we don't eat up any more of the mouse party. All the winners, though, should anticipate a package of patches this Sunday. And I'll tell you this Sunday when I throw in your packets of patches. But there's 5 of these colored Wolverines. And then everybody gets a Daily Gun Show patch. And then, here, I'll do this in camera so everybody can see what I'm doing. I'm going like this as I'm talking. Come on. I'm going like this as I'm talking. All right, so there's 5 of these that'll be going in to these packages. Everybody will get a package who won. Everybody will get one of these who won, and everybody gets one of these who won. And then 2 of them will get some of these kind of things too. So the winners of tonight's tactical patch panel battle. Welcome, thank you for playing, and thanks everybody else for participating. Like I say, on Sunday, Okay, now click on the wrong buttons. On Sunday, we'll be doing the patch swap extravaganza, patch buyback situation. You're welcome to join us then. You'll either get free patches and everybody will know what they are, random free patches, everybody will know what they are, which you've already, I guess, gotten. But if you're there on Sunday to participate, then you can trade them as well. And anybody who wants to support what we do can go over to our Gear website store. They're not up there yet, but soon they'll be up there. You can buy a packet of patches to be opened on Sunday, or you can just choose to have us send them to you. You don't have to wait for us to open them. But if you want to wait for us to open them, we'll open them, and then you'll have an opportunity to trade them as well. All right, with that, we're going to encourage you to check out the Mouse Party. Does anybody have a link to that? I don't know if anybody's been linking, and I just haven't been paying attention. But hopefully this was something different. I didn't have a lot of time to plan it, or at least as much time as I would have liked. But again, with people jumping onto our Patreon, we'll eventually have more time and more resources to put time into this stuff. All right, so here's a link to the Mouse Party, and
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
This episode, nobody beats the house. Tonight's episode, photo finish.
thank you for supporting our projects. If you'd like to buy us a cup of coffee, check out our Patreon channel.
The guys and gals at gunwebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thank you for watching gunwebsites.com. Do 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 do.